ikaw pa rin ang baby ko. Ang baby ko kahit wala ka na sa piling.
Hi, my name is Glydel from Morte and I'm a nursing student. Just for today, I will be discussing more about prokaryotic structure, eukaryotic structure, their structural differences, etc.
Hi, my name is Glydel Tuang Morte and I'm a nursing student. So as for today, I will be discussing more about prokaryotic structure, eukaryotic structure, their structural differences, and etc. So guys, before I finally start my introduction about eukaryotic cell, I have here some images about the cheek cell, the nerve cell, and then the structure of a bacterium, a typical prokaryotic cell. So the first image is this. This is a cheek cell as seen under a compound microscope. So the parts are the cytoplasm, the plasma membrane, then the nucleus. I know it's kinda weird and awkward, but let's just presume that it does look that way. So the next figure is the structure of a bacterium, a typical prokaryotic cell. So the parts, this is the cell wall, the plasma membrane, this worm-like structure, worm-like image is the chromosome, the mesosome, the cytoplasm, the plasmid, and then the ribosomes. So as you can see, this bacteria looks like a fat worm, I guess. But it's kind of scary and it scares me. So the last image is this, the nerve cell. So when I was in my 10th year in high school, I've got to indulge myself with the different topics about the 11 systems in our body. So I just missed the thing. So this last image is the nerve cell. The parts at the center is the nucleus. This box-like structure is the axon. And then this part here, outside the nucleus, is the cell body. These finger-like structures are the dendrites. Is it? Really? I know it's not. But I hope you can picture this out. Or you just go search for the real picture of it, but colored. So, let's go. So as we have learned in the last chapter, prokaryotic cells have a singular cellular membrane, while on the other hand, eukaryotic cells have an additional internal membrane-bound organelles. So when we say organelles, these are the compartmentalized cellular activities allowing the eukaryotic cell to be larger and more complex than the prokaryotic cells. So the first organisms on Earth were much like some of today's prokaryotes. So how did eukaryotic cells evolve from prokaryotic cells? So according to the endosymbiotic theory, which says that eukaryotic mitochondria originated as free-living prokaryotes that were engulfed by an ancestral eukaryote and became symbiotic. A similar but independent event is believed to have given rise to plastids such as the chloroplasts. So how other cellular organelles such as the endoplasmic reticulum evolved in less clear. Scientists believe that these organelles have developed from enfolding of the plasma membrane of the prokaryote. So the compartments in eukaryotic cells are called organelles. So again, what's that? That is organelles. So again, as per discussed, organelles are membrane-bound structures enclosed by semi-permeable phospholipid membrane that is very similar in composition to the plasma membrane. So membrane-bound organelles are the primary feature that distinguishes eukaryotic cells from prokaryotic cells. So another major differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes is the form and the location of the chromosomes. What's the difference? It's the form and then the location of the chromosomes. So in prokaryotic cells, a chromosome or a typically a lone circular chromosome is localized in the cytoplasm in a region called the nucleus or nucleus. I don't know if I'm stating the right pronunciation of this word, but it is spelled as Nucleoid. On the other hand, eukaryotic cells, one or more linear chromosomes are contained within a double membrane-bound organelle called the nucleus. So what is really the difference between these two? The prokaryotes and then the eukaryotes. So let's hold this eukaryote parts and I will read this to you guys. So when we say prokaryotes, they have no nucleus, while on the other hand, eukaryotes has one. Eukaryotes has no membrane enclosed organelles, while on the other hand, eukaryotes has a membrane enclosed organelles. Prokaryotes have one chromosome, while eukaryotes have two pairs of chromosomes. Again, prokaryotes have no cellulose in cell walls, while eukaryotes have cellulose in cell walls. Prokaryotes have smaller ribosomes, while eukaryotes have larger ribosomes. So, prokaryotes has no movement of cellular materials within the cell, while eukaryotes' cellular materials often appears to move or swimming within the cell. Then, prokaryotes again have a simple cytoskeleton, while the eukaryotes have complex cytoskeleton. Prokaryotes have solid flagella, while eukaryotes have complex tubular organelles, or flagella, what I mean. Prokaryotes undergo cell division by binary fission, while eukaryotes undergo a cell division by mitosis. So, let's be reading more about these two parts. So, why is the nucleus important? Because, sabi ko pa nga kanina, yung eukaryotes lang, yung may nucleus, tsaka yung prokaryotes wala. So, why is the nucleus important? Bakit nga ba? So, nandito yon. Ang nucleus ay kakaiba dahil eukaryotes lang ang mayroon at wala ang prokaryotes. So, bound by a double membrane, the nucleus functions as much like the brain of the cell. So, what is the brain of the cell? It is the nucleus. A eukaryotic cell nucleus is often larger than an entire prokaryote. Sinabi ko na yun kanina. The nucleus processes inputs from the cytoplasm, storing and retrieving information and carrying out instructions contained within the genetic material in the nucleus. So the nucleus contains the cell's chromosomes. They contain, while on the other hand, chromosomes contain the DNA or the deoxyribonucleic acid and associated proteins. So the DNA or our DNA contains the genetically transmitted instructions for synthesizing RNA or ribonucleic acid proteins. So as you can see, here is the nucleus. It's like a green fluorescent highlights an entire mammalian cell including its nucleus. At the center of the nucleus is the nucleolus. So guys, I will be discussing more about the structure relatedness of these two parts later on. Bye bye for now.